Hello you guys, welcome back to another video on this channel. Today, we're bringing it back to the nighttime vibe. I feel like we haven't had the nighttime vibe in a couple weeks. I realized, probably because of the time change, let me know if you're in a state that does the time change in November. Because I was shell shocked when I realized that not every state does it. I'm a California girl, like Katy Perry said. So from November to March, like an hour and the time changes. And I feel like during winter I record at night a lot because the sun went down faster. But then in summer I'm like the sun don't go down, so I just be using daylight. All right, let's get into it. Now, this is another one where I'm not quite sure what the title will be at the beginning, but again, just another memory unlocked. This story starts in high school, and I feel like it just dabbles into the whole like, can you have platonic friends? Can men and women be friends? Yada, yada, yada. I feel like I used to be very naive to that, and I have my different opinions growing up, being in relationships, but this is, you'll see how it relates. Let's go. So I know y'all hate that term, but I've always been a girl's girl. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I have not had a lot of genuine male friends growing up. Like the closeness to men that I've had in my life have been my partners or like people related to me. I feel like I've always had like a girls group, girls friends. It's like my guy friends, or if I'm like, oh yeah, I know him from high school, he's my friend from high school. It's like this was somebody in my class. Like we talked, we had each other on social media, we said hi in the hallways. Like I feel like it had just never been that deep with men. I've never had like a boy girl friend group unless I was dating someone. But anyway, so we're gonna call the guy, the star of this show, we're gonna call him Aiden. So as you guys know, I was a hooper, or if you didn't, I was a hooper. Do I look like a hooper? I was. I'm tall. I was point guard. Was good. In high school, I played basketball almost my whole life, 3 years in high school. And so I remember on the team, I had friends who were like in different grades than me because we're not all in the same grade if we're on the team, right? So I remember I made friends with this one girl who's 2 years older than me. I met her my freshman year while it was her junior year. Um, she was really cool. We got pretty close. She was like in her first relationship ever. It was just girl stuff. Like I remember her boyfriend and his friends used to come to our tournaments, or sometimes when I would hang out with her in passing periods and stuff, sometimes her boyfriend and the friends would be around, and that's basically how I met Aiden. Aiden was a close friend of my friend. I'm just gonna call her Jasmine. Jasmine's boyfriend was Aiden, okay? And y'all know, like, when I think back to high school, y'all, I graduated high school 5 years ago, which means freshman year was 9 years ago. That's crazy. That's crazy. You don't remember how you begin these people on social media. Most likely they just request you. You see added by someone else, followed by someone else. It's just you have everyone on everything in social media. So I remember I ended up having Aiden on Snapchat, Instagram, all that. I never really talked to him outside of when me and Jasmine would hang out with these friends. So this is how I met these people who were like a little bit older than me, still cool, said what's up, whatever, slid up maybe on stuff that was funny. Like y'all know in high school, you just talk, have random conversations with people, and that's all. Again, because I just saw Aiden, I'm gonna like call him a friend, but like because I just had seen Aiden in these instances, I didn't really have like a relationship with him. Like I met him in class, we talked about, so like we didn't have classes together. He was 2 years older than me, but we were cool. I would say hi to him outside of like when I saw him one on one, but I didn't really know much about him. Didn't really have conversations with him one on one. Nothing like that. All I knew about Aiden, I wasn't attracted to him. I was not attracted to him. I didn't think he was attracted to me, but we'll get there. But Aiden was really funny. Like out of like Jasmine's boyfriend's friends, he was just like really funny. Always had everybody cracking up, and I feel like I was like the class clown of my basketball team. So that's what we connected on. So I remember, was it sophomore year? It was sophomore year. It was sophomore year. Sophomore. Oh, that was my first homecoming. Okay, sophomore year. My first. It had to be sophomore year because he's 2 years older than me. Junior year, he would have been gone. Sophomore year, it was my first homecoming, my favorite school dance I ever had. I just remember it was vibes. I had a good friend group. We took nice pictures. It was just like, it was giving high school from a TV show that night. Like, I just remember having a whole lot of fun. So, sophomore year, I did not, okay, Jasmine, mind you, which is how I know Aiden, was not one of the friends that I like pulled up to the homecoming with, but I definitely saw her. We said, hey, I saw her with her man, stuff like that in passing. I came with like friends my age, or maybe friends who were my age too, but that I was just closer with. Um, yeah, I can't paint the picture of who exactly was there. Like I said, this was what, like 8 years ago? So crazy. But whatever. It was exciting. Mind you guys, if you know me in high school, I didn't really date. I didn't really explore, and I was goody two shoes. So like this being a high school dance, this was exciting for me because I didn't go to parties, I didn't go to stuff like that. Yes, I was a girl that was excited for a school event, and what about it? And so it was what 2017, 2018, guys. I don't know how it is in high school now, but what did we do at high school dances when we were single with our girls? You're too young. You're too young for this video if you don't know the 1, 2, 3, let's go. Dun. I don't know if that's just a California classic or if that was everybody in high school, but okay, you learned how to twerk at sleepovers so you could twerk on your friends and shit at high school dances, you know? Oh my god, they're playing good throwback songs, they're playing good yanking songs. Like, oh my god, girlhood. Girlhood, like just for fun. Did not think of it sexually or anything like that. It was just like, oh my god, yeah, this is fun. Your girl's hyping you up. That was like my first experience like that. I was feeling grown, honey. I didn't even have my first kiss yet. But anyway, so I remember for the most part that night, it was always like, different girls had different motives. Some were like, I'm just for my friends. Some girls would be like, who am I gonna throw it back on? I'm gonna find my crush. I don't really remember having goals like that. I just remember like living, vibing. To be honest, y'all, I don't remember if there was anyone before this. I mainly just remember being with the girls. So I remember we're in the pit of this high school dance. When you're in, it's hot, it's sweaty, it's disgusting. When you bump backs with a man, because you can feel the sweat running down their back. We were deep in there.
Talking about in it! I'm talking about in it!
Okay, and just like me, at 22 years old, when I go to the club or something, sometimes you just hit a little, like it doesn't matter who's behind you, you're just like dancing with your girls. So I remember just hitting a little, it's kind of like a circle, like we're all facing each other, like the girls are facing each other. So I remember I'm hitting one of these, hitting one of these, mind you, I'm a naive high school girl, and I feel something behind me all of a sudden. Honestly, y'all, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I remember I did not do this a lot in high school. Yeah, probably one of the few. But it's like I said, just girlhood. It's like, oh my god, is she gonna throw it back on someone? Like, Alicia's never thrown it back on a guy before. Like, I feel like it was that vibes. And like, knowing me now, I don't know. I will like punch you in your mouth if you're a grown man trying to touch me now because I have trauma. And also, who are you? Like, I don't know you. Like, the concept of it is just weird. But again, back then, I'm a girl, and this is kind of just what high schoolers do, so I didn't look at it as weird. I felt that, but my friends are hyping me up, so I'm just going with it. I'm still facing the girls. I'm so I'm like, okay, whatever. I do my thing. They're like, yay, whatever. When you're tired or when the song is over, you just get up, and I face my girls. I hit the side. Why in the corner of my eye do I see the man like backing up or letting go of me is Aiden? And like it's like it's fine. Like I said, it's not really a thing. It's like I'm like, I didn't really check. I just went with it because my homegirls were hyping me up. And it wasn't a thing. I wasn't like, Aiden, what the, like I wasn't like, oh yeah, like it was so weird. It's kind of like he just like let go, just vibed, and he eventually just him and his friends just danced away from me. And it was like, okay, like I might have debriefed it with my friends, but it was just like That's a little odd for someone who it's like, oh, it's not just a random guy or like a guy maybe I flirted with or something. It's like someone who's somewhat of an acquaintance that's never given that vibe. And like you said, it's not really a big deal. It's not a marriage contract. So I feel like it's just like kind of odd that he was the one who cut it. But in my head, it was just like, okay. Like, it was like, okay. Like, I never really like addressed it with him. Like, mind you, so I was a sophomore, he was a senior. So we had the whole rest of that school year together, and it was still literally just regular vibes. Whenever I was with my friend Jasmine and her boyfriend and his friends, which included Aiden, he never addressed it. Was like, oh, he never tried to spit game with me, whatever. So to me, it was just like, it's whatever. It's whatever, right? Remember that. Remember that. Okay, so boom. Now this story fast forwards 2 years to when I have just graduated. Mind you, that was Aiden's senior year. I have not seen this man in like 2 years. He's older than me. Like I said, we don't talk like that. Maybe the casual sliding up on a story, not like of me, just of something, find it funny. You know how teenagers talk, okay? So I remember I'm class 2020. COVID, I remember one time he slid up and he started a conversation with me. And he was just like, oh, like, congratulations, dude. Like, the circumstances really suck, blah, blah. I'm like, oh, thank you. Like, I really appreciate it. And we just get into, typical catching up stuff. Like, oh, where'd you go? Like, are you still around? Did you go to college? He's asking me, oh, what about you? Like, are you going to go to school? Are you going to do this? And we're just basically chatting about the circumstances, what's going on in the world. He's congratulating me on graduating, all that stuff. It's like just a really chill conversation. Like, it is a little weird because, like I said, Aiden is not someone I've really had conversations with outside of friend groups, but in my eyes, it's just like, oh, like, cool. Like, it's just a conversation. Like, I've still had him on social media these past couple years, haven't seen him. Nice to check in. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. But then, so again, y'all, I'm super innocent. I barely dated. I'm not thinking men have ulterior motives. Like, I don't really, I probably forgot about what happened at homecoming. Like, at homecoming, I literally thought it was probably one of my friends catching me, like one of my girlies catching me, and then it was him. Like, like I said, I let it go. It wasn't that deep. I was in high school, whatever. So I remember after that conversation, mind you, after I graduated, this probably went on for, I don't know, it wouldn't be that long, but it's just like after I graduated slash starting college, like I noticed every now and then Aiden would slide up and kind of have the same vibe of just like having more conversations with me, just about random stuff, like not flirting or anything. Just like, oh, how'd this go? How did your registration go? Talking about this and that, reflecting on stuff from high school. But again, it wasn't like every day. Like, it was just like, oh, like he's just talking to me more now. Cool. So why did it start from okay, cool? Like, I have conversations with Aiden every once in a while. He's chill. I mean, I knew he's chill. I knew him in high school. To y'all, what did I just say? This story alludes to in the beginning. So all of a sudden, it's like that, sliding up like normal, having cool conversations, and then this man, I have the casual conversation with Aiden every once in a while, and then boom, I post a story. I slide open the chat. Oh, maybe Aiden's gonna talk to me again. It's hard eyes. It's hard eyes. It's hard eyes. It's star eyes. It's the drooling. Ew, y'all remember when people used to think it was appropriate to use the drooling emoji? And I'm just like, oh, so again, like I said, y'all, again, I'm a 17-year-old girl because I graduated high school when I'm 17. He was cool. I knew him from high school. And then like I kind of know him, so I wasn't trying to be mean. So I think like the first couple times, y'all know what you do when you're not trying to be mean. Now I don't give I'll leave these on red. I don't care. But it would just be like a dry thank you. Appreciate it. Like, and sometimes he would just like keep talking to me after and have a regular conversation. And but y'all, then it's like he started doing it so much to the point I was like, I can't keep having conversations with him because now he keeps doing this and like, oh, like, babe, this isn't a talking stage. Like, I don't, and I think I eventually just started leaving him on red. And I think he was one of those people again where like after high school, I we weren't close or anything, so I think I just ended up unfollowing him, or maybe he unfollowed me because he got salty. Like I truly don't know. I couldn't tell you, y'all. 2020 was 5 years ago now. But the thing is that I think is really funny about this whole story and about the time that he slid in is like this man. That was the only flirty thing he did was a surprise at homecoming. Never got that vibe. We were chill, but it's like that's so interesting that he decides to try to get at me as soon as I exited high school.
Hold on, that's too fast, mamas.
Oh!
That's what I'm like when I reflected back. I'm like, oh, that's not. Was he waiting or was he waiting or? And see, the thing is, I know a lot of people have a lot of mixed opinions on this, but when it comes to like dating in high school, I don't think our age gap in high school is bad. Like, I don't think it's weird for a sophomore and a senior date. I think a little bit weird if it's like a freshman just coming in and it's like a senior that's way more experienced. But at the end of the day, you guys are all teens. So I'm like, if he would have tried to get at me in high school, I'm like, it literally would have been fine because we were in high school and we were both teens. I was like, the way he went about it, like, I'm like, did feel obviously the feeling was always a little bit there. I'm like, him waiting on me to graduate to start getting at me is absolutely diabolical. But at the same time, it's not wrong because it's like, I do think it's weird if you're out of high school trying to get at someone in high school. You know, so if I'm in high school, he's out of high school, and now he starts dating me. It's like, bro. I mean, like he did know me before, but I just think that's wild. Like, was he plotting this whole time, or like, I don't know. I don't know. Y'all, I swear I used to be so naive to stuff like that. Like, what? And I've stated before on my channel too, again, a black woman growing up PWI. I know a lot of girls can relate to this in general, but like the switch up after high school is crazy. It's crazy. Especially like the black boys that were at my high school. You wasn't thinking twice about me or following me back in high school. Now you're in my DMs. Now you're my DMs that were out and maybe liking black women is like it's just like the switch up is crazy. I'm not saying that's every man or black man like who knew me in high school's agenda, but it definitely is some of them. And that's T. Because even though everyone thinks they were a little rough as a teenager, maybe I was a teenager, but I've always been cute. I've always been pretty. Um, what you know when I say? And he rated me a 6. I was like, but even back then, with the tears in my eyes, I always knew I was the. Anyways, y'all, that was the story. And I know there is some girl who can relate and be like, something just like this literally happened to me when I graduated. Something, this guy I thought, I know, like, that's just the girl experience. I know there's a girl who's like, relatable. But anyways, guys, that's the story. Can we get into my makeup? I feel like I unironically am giving the new album today. Like, did you guys listen to Heart Soul Separately yet? That is my queen. 10 for 10. Everybody's saying, oh, I don't like this album that much. I better not see y'all on the tour. But no, it's because I have like a little pinky look. And then I'm like, this top is looking army green. And then it's giving, the makeup is eating today. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much for listening to another story time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. And as always, I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.